More than 75 pitchers have been inducted into the MLB Hall of Fame. So how does one pick the best of the best? Clayton Kershaw, with all due respect to Justin Verlander, Felix Hernandez, CC Sabathia, Roy Halladay, Zach Greinke, and the other great pitchers of this century. Clayton Kershaw was the only active or recently retired player who was a serious candidate for this list. Given how extraordinary this left-hander has been, though, might know 7 on the all-time list be a little too low. From 2011 through 2017, Kershaw had a cumulative ERA of 2.10. He led the majors in ERA in each year from 2011 through 2014. And he was just 0.06 points behind Corey Kluber for last year's crown. Kershaw didn't pitch enough innings to qualify for the 2016 title, but his 1.69 mark would have been best by a long shot. He averaged an absurd 5.73 strikeouts per walk during those 7 seasons. Basically, the man has had no equal. He realistically could have won the NL Cy Young in each of the last 7 years. But the voters decided to limit him to 3 trophies and 4 other top 5 finishes. He also won NL MVP in 2014 with a 21-3 record and a 1.77 ERA. Postseason success. Just like Clemens, Kershaw has made a habit of wilting in October. His strikeout numbers remain remarkable, but his ERA balloons 2 full points to 4.35. That's largely because he can't seem to keep the ball in the yard, giving up 1.33 home runs per 9 innings compared to 0.60 during the regular season. Kershaw does have 4 career playoff starts with at least 7 innings pitched, 3 hits or fewer, and 1 run or fewer allowed. However, he has also given up at least 5 earned runs in 5 of 19 games started, including a dud in Game 5 of the 2017 World Series. If he expects to truly be remembered as one of the greatest of all time, he needs to change that narrative soon. Pedro Martinez. Like several others in the top 10, Pedro Martinez had a peak that was really a 7-year stretch of dominance, extending from 1997 to 2003. Most of that run came with the Boston Red Sox, but he got it started with the Montreal Expos. Martinez hurled 13 complete games with a 1.90 ERA and 305 strikeouts in 1997, winning the NL Cy Young almost unanimously. In both 1999 and 2000, he was the unanimous winner of the AL Cy Young Award. He also finished top 3 in the voting in 1998, 2002, and 2003. A rotator cuff injury limited him to 18 starts in 2001, keeping him out of that Cy Young race. But he still struck out 163 batters in 116.2 innings that year. Martinez averaged 11.26 strikeouts per 9 innings and 5.59 strikeouts per walk with a 2.20 ERA during those 7 years. Postseason success. Martinez pitched 17 scoreless innings in the 1999 postseason. In his other 13 career playoff appearances, though, he had an ERA of 4.19 and wasn't nearly as lethal in the strikeout department as he was during the regular season. It'd be one thing if those playoff stints came outside his most dominant years, but more than 80% of his career postseason games came in the 1998 to 2004 window. Despite the infamous 8th-inning meltdown in Game 7 of the 2003 ALCS, it wasn't all bad. Martinez went at least 6 innings in 13 of his 16 postseason appearances, including 7 shutout innings in Game 3 of the 2004 World Series. He was a solid postseason pitcher. He just wasn't as great as he was from April through September. NBA legend Magic Johnson throws first pitch at Gastonia Honey Hunters opening day game. NBA legend, entrepreneur, and Hall of Famer Irvin Magic Johnson threw the first pitch at the opening day game for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The Honey Hunters, the newest team in the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball, kicked off its inaugural opening weekend on Thursday, May 27, 2021 at 6 p.m. The team took field led by team manager Mauro Guscazzo against the Lancaster Barnstormers. The season began with Johnson throwing the first pitch commencing at 6:50 p.m. at Carrollmont Health Park. Other people joining Johnson in the opening day ceremony were Walker R. Reed, 3, Mayor of Gastonia; Chris Peak, President and CEO; Carrollmont Health; Brandon Bellamy, CEO; The Velocity Companies, team owner; Gastonia Honey Hunters. During his 13-year Hall of Fame NBA career, Johnson led the Los Angeles Lakers to 9 NBA Finals appearances, including 5 NBA championships in 1980, 1982, 1985, 1987, and 1988. His first championship came in his rookie season, and he was the first rookie to win the NBA Finals Most Valuable Player award. He was also named the league MVP in 1987, 1989 and 1990. Johnson is the chairman and chief executive officer of Magic Johnson Enterprises and the co-owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Los Angeles Sparks of the WNBA, Major League Soccer's Los Angeles Football Club, and esports franchise Team Liquid. He also has controlling interests in Equitrust, a $20 billion financial services company, and Soaks Magic, a food service and facilities management company. This first pitch is juiced a bit high. World-renowned DJ Steve Aoki was on hand to throw out the first pitch prior to Monday's game between the Astros and Red Sox at Fenway Park. Aoki sailed his first pitch way over home plate and managed to get it up onto the netting over the seats. The pitch rivals some of the most notorious first pitches of all time, from 50 Cent's to Carly Rae Jepsen's. But at least no one got hurt this go-round. And to be fair to Aoki, maybe his talents on the diamond or at the plate rather than on the mound. He participated in the 2021 All-Star Celebrity Softball game at Coors Field, tallying a base hit and a run scored. Ichiro throws fastest ever ceremonial pitch. Nostalgia is a powerful weapon in sport. A player, a single uniform, a reminiscent play can take you back decades and make you feel like you the first time when you saw it. And in one such throwback to the Seattle Mariners, they saw their talismanic superstar, Ichiro Suzuki, take the mound, in full uniform, no less, sporting the 2001 Mariner threads. Suzuki took the mound as the Mariners marked their return to the T-Mobile Park for their home opener against the Houston Astros. Ichiro Suzuki is one of the Mariners' home favorites, and rocking up in full uniform, he turned up with his number 51 on full display to mark the beginning of the Mariners' home campaigns. Suzuki was welcomed with thunderous applause as he began his walk to the mound, an indicator of the impact he had on the franchise, despite turning out for several teams across his career. It is for his tenure with the Mariners that Ichiro is most remembered. The bar has been raised for MLB ceremonial first pitches by Ichiro Suzuki, a man who has set new standards for baseball excellence for over 20 years. There's a joke that goes something like this: if baseball wants to really get exciting, they would let a celebrity throw out the last pitch. Bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, here's Danny DeVito. Funny because we all know that the first pitch means nothing. Not the first pitch of the game, but the traditional ceremonial first pitch, normally thrown out by a celebrity, or a politician, or a child who is suffering some horrible illness, or a visiting opera singer, or any number of people who have no role in the game other than to please the crowd. Then there are moments when it all comes together, like when then President and former Texas Rangers owner George W. Bush threw out the first pitch of Game 3 of the 2001 World Series. Celebrity, politician, and meaningful to baseball fans. He lobbed a ball over the plate and everyone thought it was fantastic. I mean, he wound up and made it all the way to the plate. But now the bar has been set even higher. Friday night, the Mariners played the Astros in their home opener at T-Mobile Park. They invited a celebrity and a Seattle legend, Ichiro Suzuki, much loved around baseball, and especially in Seattle. The 48-year-old retired Mariner took to the mound in his full 2001 uniform. Ichiro took the mound and threw a full windup, delivered a 93 miles per hour fastball. It missed the strike zone, but no matter. It is the fastest ceremonial pitch ever delivered, and considerably better than many minor league prospects can manage. Maybe the next time Danny DeVito is called upon by the Dodgers or Phillies, he'll get some practice in and give us a wicked curve.